Right, pleasant good morning. So the problem we have in today, well, for a few days now, is a crank no start. But when you mash the accelerator, it's starting. But as you release, it cutting off. Right, it's a Nissan Almera with a QG15. Right, so if I keep my foot on the gas, start. Right, so it's starting. If I take my foot off, cutting off. Right, so that means it gain fuel, it gain spark, it gain air once you keep your foot on. So it's an air restriction problem, right? Right, so I suspect is the idle air control valve wiring. Because I test the valve itself good. But I feel the wiring, the electrical, I feel it short with the 5-volt reference circuit. So I'm going to test that today to confirm, and then after that now we have to cut this harness, trace back the wires, and see where it shorten if that is the case. Right, so I'm pausing the video here now as I get the equipment. So we have the oscilloscope, and the scan tool, and then my multimeter for some basic electrical testing. Right, so before we start, there's the wiring diagram for the electrical. So these here 102, 103, 104, there's the pinouts on the brain, right? So the colors is brown, light green, pink, orange. Right, this for the idle air control valve. When the engine running or key on, engine off, it's supposed to be 0.1 to 14 volts. Right, there's how the valve does look. Right, and there's the wiring diagram. So the main power, 12 volts, coming from the ECM relay. Right, and it going to pin 5 and 2. And if we watch here, pin 5 and 2 is the middle pins. 101, sorry, is pin 1, match back to pin 1. 103 to pin 3, 102 to pin 4, and 104 to pin 6. Right, if we watch here, there's the harness, there's the brain side. So 101, 102, 103, 104, match back to 1, 3, 4, 6, and 2 and 5 is what I'm going to the battery. Right, so this will come on with the ignition. You will get power when the ignition on. Right, so we go in and use our multimeter now to check the voltages. So this is looking at it from the harness side. So from the harness side, pin 1, pin 2, pin 3 will be on the side, on the right hand side, well on the left hand, the right hand side if you're facing the vehicle from outside, and pins 6, 5 and 4 will be on the left hand side if you're facing the vehicle. Right? So we go ahead and check the voltages. With the key on, engine off, ignition on. Alright, so there's the multimeter, we're setting it on voltage DC, and right, 12 volts, we just checking ground with this alligator clip, and to the battery pole, again 12.6, right, so we're getting battery volts. So it reading correct. If we check here now, this gray jack there. Right, this gray jack here, that is the idle air control valve. Right, so we're supposed to get 12 volts on the middle 2 pins, which is 2 and 5. We're supposed to get 12 volts with the key on, engine off, or with the car idling, right? So pausing while I back probe it. Right, so the back probe in, and it's in pin 2, because remember 1, 2, 3 on the right side, and 4, 5, 6 in the back or the left side, right? So correct, we gain 12 volts, right? Right, so now we go in and probe pin 5. Right, so we probe pin 5. If we look at it there, right, so pin 5 probe, and we get in battery voltage 12.2, right? Right, so the two lines are coming from the ECM relay, the ignition lines. Those two we get in the correct reading, which is 12 volts. Right, so with the key on, engine off. Right, so I believe this is pin 1. If it's not pin 1, it's pin 3. So pin. Right, so we get in 0 volts, well, almost 0. Right, so we go into pin 3. Right, so pin 3, you see we getting 12.19. Right, so now we go into either pin 4 or 6, can remember. 12.2, and this one here we gain 11.24. Right, so the varying voltages might be because of the resistance in the coil. Right, so we know that pin 1 is 0 when it's supposed to be close to battery voltage. Right, so for this piece here, we're going to use the oscilloscope and check to see if the brain doing what it's supposed to do, so we'll know if it's a short to ground or if it's the brain itself, the transistor in the brain blow. Alright, so we unjack it from the harness, and we on the this thing here, we on the harness. Right, so what we checking for here now is to see if the brain giving signal. Right, so we had this scope, them leads go into the wire harness that go into the brain, right? And then we touch it on the positive because the brain grounding, the brain is what doing the grounding. Right, so turn the key on. So that's on, eh? Right, so watch the traces. Turn. You see the green, the yellow. Right, so you see again a pulse on the blue, but nothing on the yellow. Right, turn it off. Same thing. So that means we seeing the activity on the blue. So it's either that shorter ground or if it not short to ground, the brain bad. So that's what we checking here now. Alright, so it not short to ground because when I'm checking for continuity, nothing. And it's in open circuit. Alright, so alright, so using the test light, it light in there, so that means short to ground, right? And even if I use the multimeter, short, it reading 12 volts as well. Alright, so same pin. Alright, so you see 12 volts. It's just that the test light was pulling it down. If I hook it up to ground, multimeter ground, right? But if I test for resistance, open circuit on the positive, but on the ground, about 48 ohms. Right, so now we have to do some further testing to see if it's the brain short or the arm, or if it's short in the harness. I take out the brain. We see any 49 ohms. I'm going to disconnect the harness from the brain to see if it change. I'm hoping it don't change, so that way it will be like a short to ground and nothing with the brain wrong, right? So I'm jacking this here. Right, I need my both hands, 1 second. Alright, so with the brain on jack is open circuit.